Every hunt comes with its fair share of highs and lows. You have to be prepared to deal with whatever comes your way and keep pushing forward. This week was no different as we hunt with our good friends Tino and Amanda Erasmus of Trophy Game Safaris as we go for Sable. When Tino and I first spoke about hunting Sable, he said that he had an incredible bull on his place that was working a certain ridge line. To me, it sounded like it wouldn't be that tough to get in front of him and get the job done, but when he told me that 3 rifle hunters had been unsuccessful in their attempts to get him, I kind of got a little nervous. So we got the team together. We decided to build a ground blind. I told him I wanted to try and get this Sable with my bow. So we got the team out. He got Tomas, he got Dion, he got himself, and we cut some branches. We started building this blind from scratch. They cut some foliage, they got some dead stumps, and they got some netting, trying to give me every opportunity I could to get in front of this big old bull and have an opportunity with my bow. Once we had the blind complete, we decided to let it rest for a couple days and go to a different blind and hunt for some plains game animals. The very first morning in the blind, we had 40 wildebeest around the waterhole. One might think that having that many wildebeest around the waterhole would be a good thing. And don't get me wrong, it is. The problem is trying to get a shot at the bull that you want. In this herd, there were 2 incredible bulls, but neither one of them would come close to the waterhole. So we just had to sit there and be patient and hope that one would come in.
Now he's walking. Just 2 steps.
Yep.
Walking. Got him.
He's staring at us, right?
Yep. Just took a step. I'm on him. Yep.
I see him. He's down. His head's completely down. His body just did this. I thought the shot was low, but I got him in the heart. So we're at Trophy Game Safaris, and as you can see, it's not a great day for bow hunting. It's overcast, it's windy. Actually, at one point it was raining at the waterhole. We still had probably 40 wildebeest in, 10 to 15 sable. It was an amazing morning. Finally got a 21-yard shot at this bull. Shot on the film, you'll see it was a little bit low, but it got into the heart. He ran maybe 60 yards and piled up here. That next day we decided to try the blind out. So Joey and I got in the blind, sat there, not really knowing what to expect. It didn't take long though before the animals started to feed through these thickets. You know, Joy was sitting to the right of me, so she could actually see these animals before I could. But as I moved from left to right, I finally laid eyes on my very first sable bull. What was so ironic about this hunt is that these animals were feeding through this ridge right where the wild lions were. Now these lions are in pens, they are in cages, but what was crazy is that we could hear these lions, we could see these lions while we were on our sable hunt. We were loving Africa. That sable knew that something wasn't right. I don't think he could see us in the blind as we were really well concealed, but he knew something was out of place. What was crazy though is he started walking toward the blind. I had a 30-yard shot, he was face on, and I knew that if I pulled my bow back he'd probably turn broadside, so that's exactly what I did. Oh my God. How long did I hold back for? I had a front on shot, but it was 30 yards and I didn't want to wound him. Wow, I haven't been that nervous in a long time. He came right here. I'll take this off. He came right here. It's at 15 yards. I actually got turned around in my chair and I thought I was gonna get a shot. I didn't see the two Inyala come down the road here. I had no idea they were even there. God, I'm still shaking. I'm sorry if I'm not very eloquent on video right now, but yeah, I saw him spook down that way. And then these three Inyala bulls came out and they were at 30 yards and he finally came right behind them. And when I pulled back, it was 30 yards broadside and he immediately turned and faced me. And I just elected not to shoot. I don't know, an animal of that caliber, I'd rather pass the shot up than take a bad shot, so. I'm still shaking from nerves. And my camera person wasn't helping. She was breathing heavier than I was, so. Anyway, Sable 1, Erin 0. We'll try again tomorrow. That next morning, we decided to get into the blind to see if he would feed back the other direction towards his bedding area. The weather wasn't great, but we knew that we had the wind in our favor if he came in the same location that he was in the night before. So we drove out, got in the blind, and wouldn't you know it, he came right through. You know, as archery hunters, we realized that it's all about opportunities. And in my mind, I had had two incredible opportunities at this bull and wasn't able to capitalize on either one of them. So doubt does start to creep into your mind. But we got back in the blind that evening to see if we could catch him when he fed back through. Every single time I laid eyes on that sable, my nerves seemed to get the best of me. You know, I would start shaking, I would start sweating, but I knew I had to calm myself down because I was only going to get one shot at this bull if I was lucky. The longer that bull stood there, the more nervous that I got, and it was getting tougher and tougher to control my breathing and basically to control my emotions. I tried to take some deep breaths. I tried to focus on this bull right in front of me because I knew that he was a little calmer than he was the day before, and all he had to do was just stand there a little bit, turn a little more broadside, and I was very confident that I would have my sable. What happened? I think the shot went super high. I thought he was about 35. Oh, shoot. I think the shot's really high. I thought he was 35 and I put the 30 a little high and he might have just been 30. I might have misjudged him. Shoot. I see the arrow down there. Unless I completely went over his back. I know I didn't spine him because like something dropped. It's like on top of a lung, but I can't see much blood from the arrow.
You know, remember, if he's sick, you know, he's not going to go that far. So I just think we need to give him a few minutes.
Okay.
See if he doesn't come out there, number one. But I'll drive around him just to kind of see what if we can see this. There's a road right on the other side there. We'll see what he's doing.
Okay. If I can get another shot, that'd be great.
Yeah.
Oh.
A little bit of time. See his tail swishing and his ears is fluttering. He's not looking like, his head is hanging. There.
See if I can see anything, but I couldn't see any blood or anything. You know, after Tino showed up and we checked the arrow, we knew that the shot was really high, so all we could do was try and find him and hopefully get another opportunity to get another arrow in this guy.
So. Last chip. 3 klam op dan check.
You know, we did find this Sable bull not far from where the shot was, which was very encouraging for us. The whole team was being very encouraging, very positive, very supportive. After Tino and I saw him, we took off into the brush to see if we could get in front of him and get another shot. Every hunter knows that the longer these tracking jobs take, the more doubt creeps in. And as we kept going further and further into the brush, the doubt was getting very high in my mind.
Back up to the camp. And it will take, I want him to take 2 days to get back here, you know. Then just settle down, get comfortable, and then I think there'll be a way to find him tomorrow. But if we push him too hard now, then it might take us 2 days. Yeah. So let's just let him be.
After Tino suggested that we call off the tracking job, that next day we decided to go sit in the blind and just see what would come in and kind of keep our mind off of things. We were treated with a whole bunch of animals. We were finally lucky enough to have the animal that we were looking for on this hunt come into the blind. Joey had the camera ready, I grabbed my bow, and then the unthinkable happened.